My name is Lavonda. Welcome to Homeschoolific. And I just wanted to make a video to encourage you all on your homeschooling journey. So if you're thinking about homeschooling, if you're new to homeschooling, if you just need an extra push or that extra encouragement and you've been homeschooling, this video is for you. So for those of you who are new to homeschooling or thinking about homeschooling, let me just be the first, or maybe not the first, to let you know that this is your homeschool journey for your children, for your family, and it is up to you to decide what that looks like. So guess what? Let go of all of these preconceived notions that tell you that it should look like how the school looks or it should look like someone else's homeschool. Your homeschool needs to be catered and molded to fit your children and your lifestyle. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is stop comparing yourself to other homeschool families or to the school system. Your homeschool will not look like that. So there's a popular saying that comparison is the thief of joy, right? It's also the thief of contentment. So to be happy with where you are and understanding where you are on your homeschool journey, don't think that you're jumping in on day one or year one and you're going to look like someone who's been doing it for 10 years or 20 years or even 5 years. Give yourself that grace and allow yourself that time to just be where you are, knowing that you're, a novice in homeschooling, knowing that, look, I'm just starting, I'm learning, I'm growing. This is what we're doing. We're trying to prepare ourselves for a mindset of growth, right? Not thinking that you need to be exactly where you're supposed to be in the end, in the beginning. And when we get to the part where we know there's challenges that go with homeschooling, what I want to encourage you is that you know your child best. You know their challenges. You know their strengths. You are their first teacher. You were their first teacher. You taught them how to walk and how to talk. You taught them how they should behave in social settings, hopefully. You've taught them mannerisms and how we interact with one another, how we love one another, how we're kind to people, how we should be behaving. There's so many things that you've taught your children, and I think sometimes we forget, you know what? I've been teaching them this entire time. You can do this. You can educate your children from home. If no one's told you yet, I'm telling you, you can educate your children at home and have fun. There are going to be times, just like anything that you love, that it will be challenging. You love your kids, but sometimes they're challenging. Just like homeschooling, you'll love homeschooling your children, or you'll at least really like it, but there are going to be some challenges. Anytime you have something that you want to be great, there are growing pains along the way. So just know that you've got this. You are a natural teacher. You are their natural born teacher. This is just another step in your journey where maybe you need to educate yourself on how do I teach them these things? And so then you get to a point where you need help, right? So you start researching and seeing what it is that you need to do so that you can give these kids the best education possible at home. But more importantly, building those character traits that you would want them to have as productive citizens, right? Okay, next I want you to know that you're not alone. There are a community of people who homeschool their children, whether it's online, if you find them on social media, or within your actual community, in your city, in the city next to you, in your county. There are homeschoolers all over the country, all over the world, really, teaching their kids at home. So find that community. It's important. This is not something that we're meant to do alone, because we need someone to kind of give us the push, give us a little bit of encouragement. We want to see hey, what are you doing in your homeschool? I'm struggling with this. How are you? Have you had this issue? How can you help me? You need a community. That is the most important part of this journey, is doing it alongside of other like-minded homeschoolers, right? So if you're in the point in your homeschool journey where you've been doing it, or you've just started and you see your kids doing things but it's not exactly the way it should be, please, breathe easy is what I tell my kids sometimes. Breathe easy and take a step back and look at their progress. We want progress over perfection. We don't even have it right perfectly. So let's make sure that we're not applying those same pressures to our children. As long as I see progress, I am all here for it. And sometimes it takes a few months for us to notice the progress. Not that it's not happening, but sometimes it may have been the beginning of the school year and I'm wondering, is it actually working? Like, are they actually getting what I'm teaching them? Is it sticking? And then I realize in December, so-and-so's doing this, and before they could barely do this, and now look at them. Their penmanship has improved. They understand these concepts or whatever it is. Even character traits. Let's not just make it about education alone. It's also about building character, right? I call it heart shaping. We're shaping the hearts and minds of our children. So just know that progress, right, over perfection, because they're not going to be perfect. None of us are. We will have never arrived. The idea is that we're building and growing lifelong learners, so they understand that this is a journey that does not end once you turn 18. It doesn't end once you're graduating from high school or college, or when you're middle-aged or however old. You should always be learning. So remember that when you're trying to put those pressures that you put on yourself. Talking to myself sometimes. So if you've got a type A personality, please, please, please do not push that onto your kids. Encourage them as they're progressing and be their biggest cheerleader, especially at home. There's nothing like a kid sitting there trying to read through a story, and they're they're just learning to read, and they're trying to read through the story, and they look up after reading to see your facial expression, and you're staring back at them like this. Have a smile on your face. Sometimes my kids are reading a book to me and I zone out as I'm listening, and I see their little heads turn up to check on me, and I make sure I'm smiling because I want them to know that you're doing a good job. I'm here for you. You got this, right? So even if you're a silent encourager, the smile changes the day, right? It'll change a lot of things. Just smile at them. Let them know they got this. Okay, so when all else fails, take a break. If you have children that you've taken from the school system and you're bringing them home to homeschool, don't think you're gonna jump right into homeschool. They're gonna love it and adapt right away and it's gonna be the best thing ever, because that's what most people think. Like, oh, it's gonna be amazing. And it probably will be, but not always at first. There's a transition that takes place when you're bringing your kids home from school into a homeschool learning environment. And what I always say is take a break. Take a month or two to just unschool. So you need to let go of those ways of thinking that your homeschool should look like school. It should not. It will not. Just take some time and get to know your kids and enjoy each other and go, to the park and all the fun things, because a lot of that involves getting to know them again, right? Reconnecting in a different way, because they've been in school for however much time they've been there. You need to reconnect with them. So take a break. And if you've been homeschooling for a while, even more reason to take a break. The holidays, give me a reason to readjust our schedule and take a break. This year, we decided to take a break in the winter as opposed to summer, which we're year-round homeschoolers typically, but I plan to take a longer break in the summer. But I realized we needed a holiday break, so we took off the whole month of December Thanksgiving and the whole month of December so that we could enjoy our holiday season together. And I've got some cousins that would do this too, and I loved it. We would actually get together and I would do fun things with my daughter. It was just her at the time and their family. And that was just their break, and then they got to enjoy the holidays and do crafts and have fun things. We built gingerbread houses with them, like gingerbread houses from scratch with like stained glass windows our last year together in Michigan. It was amazing. But my point is, enjoy those breaks. Take a break if you need to. If you feel burnt out, the first thing you want to do is take a break. Take a break, reassess, enjoy your family, right? And take that time to have fun with them. Most of that time you're frustrated because they're not getting something, or you feel like you're not getting something, when really them being home is a way for you all to just reconnect. So take the break. And my last piece of advice is that, or encouragement, is that you've got this. Now go walk in your purpose. Do not wait. Walk in your purpose now. So, if you're enjoying our Vlogmas and you still want more videos, be sure to meet us in the comments. Add some encouragement down there for other homeschoolers. I would love for this to be the video that people come to when they're feeling like, I don't know if we're going to make this homeschool thing happen. Or if they're feeling like they are not going to continue on, or they're burnt out, that they can find this video and get encouragement from what I'm saying, as well as going down into the comments and seeing all the encouragement from you all. So put a piece of just encouragement for anyone who's needing that extra push to keep going or to get started. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Remember, we've got our free resources in the link down below. It's a 75 top resources for homeschoolers PDF. If you go ahead and click in the description box, as well as our ultimate guide to homeschooling that Diana and I created. The link is down below. It's literally 45 minutes of everything you need to know to get started on your homeschool journey. It's a labor of love. It's for free, guys. It doesn't cost you anything. It took us forever. We stayed up long nights to put it together last year. And so we hope that you'll feel free to go down and access those resources. And we will see you in the next video.